best fighter for Terence Crawford out there. He the biggest fight for Terence Crawford out there, so that's why Terence Crawford want to take the opportunity.
Terence Crawford isn't slowing down his legacy for anyone and has now confirmed his fight against Janikbek Alimkhanuly in March. After resolving his doping case, Janikbek is fully cleared to step into the ring with Crawford. Terence posted a video on Instagram with a clear, bold, and fearless message. "I've got my eyes on him. We're doing this in March." A cold, focused warning from a fighter who now sits at the very top of the boxing world.
We're here, next. Looking for you. Looking for December 6th, how you're gonna do it.
I got my eyes on you, Janikbek. Good luck.
Janikbek would be Crawford's toughest fight. Like tougher than Canelo, tougher than a few of the other guys.
I believe he honestly could be, and I think that he is big, strong, and
Janikbek, the WBO and IBF champion with a flawless record of 17 wins and 12 knockouts, responded immediately, calling a fight with Crawford the matchup fans have been waiting for. Crawford made it clear he isn't taking this lightly. "Good luck, Janikbek," he said with a slight grin. His message showed that both fighters are focused and fully aware of each other. The Kazakh champion replied just as quickly, "The best must fight the best." If the conversation is already this intense, imagine the fire once they finally step into the ring.
So, do you call you think it's overrated?
Who? Janikbek. It depends, I guess. I really wouldn't say Janikbek is unproven, but he really hasn't fought elite.
After shaking up the boxing world and taking Saul Canelo Alvarez's belt to become the undisputed champion at 168 pounds, the American already has his next goal. He's aiming to dominate the 160 pounds middleweight division and claim another historic title. Crawford, who made history as the first boxer to unify 3 divisions in the 4-belt era, is now chasing something even bigger: 6 world championships in 6 different weight classes. If he drops to 160 and wins, his place in sports history would reach heights few athletes have ever seen. From dominance to pure ambition, his plan is clear: stay on top at super middleweight, conquer middleweight, and keep building his legacy. Crawford isn't here just to compete, he's here to rule, and when a king speaks, the whole boxing world listens.
And that's gonna be a problem.
Last question. If Crawford was to go down there, beat Janikbek, beat Carlos Adames, become an unprecedented 4-division undisputed champion, where exactly would that put him in history?
Right up there with the very best. Honestly, right up there with the very best.
He's at the same boat as Boots right now.
No.
Okay.
I don't think. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Boots is not overrated. Boots is just not in a position to get a championship title or an opportunity yet.
Okay.
Janikbek, I don't know what the belts are like on his.
According to an update from Chris Manx, Crawford is now targeting a fight in March, which likely rules out a rematch with Canelo. Terence Crawford is expected to stay active early next year, with sources saying he is planning his own event in March. Manx shared on X that preparations are already underway for an ambitious 4th attempt at an undisputed title, a move that could make history. Crawford appears close to facing another world champion. Keeping a close eye on next month's developments, he has shown interest in a fight against the unbeaten Janikbek Alimkhanuly, who currently boasts a perfect 17-0 record.
Okay, so now this is just getting straight out ridiculous. Okay, now they're saying they want Crawford versus Janikbek now, okay? And they was like, well, yeah, why not? You know, because he was going to move up and take on Canelo at 168. He was talking hell.
About won the war. Okay.
You know what I mean? But Terence right now, but as far as Terence, ain't nobody going to beat him right now, man. Nah.
Nobody, huh?
No, ain't nobody beating him, man. I mean,
even your former student, Janikbek?
No, not right now, no.
Alimkhanuly, the WBO and IBF middleweight champion, was set to face Eris Landila this December, aiming to add the WBA title to his collection. Crawford has indicated he is ready to take on the Kazakh-style fighter in the future, sending a direct message to the middleweight champion. "Keep running through them, we will meet soon, I promise," Crawford said in response to Dean Boxing's post about Alimkhanuly.
My thing is that it's the fights are definitely in a different caliber. My favorite all-time fighter will be and shall always be Sugar Ray Robinson. And he was just an amazing fighter. I don't think that there'll ever be anybody to eclipse what he did.
Alimkhanuly's manager, Egis Klimas, met with Crawford this week at the WBO convention in Bogota, Colombia, and shared a video sitting next to the pound-for-pound star, who delivered a bold message to the middleweight division. "I got my eyes on you, Janikbek. Good luck," Crawford said, pointing to his eyes and making a fist. Alimkhanuly responded on social media, writing, "Thank you, bro."
Up to 160 and fight Janikbek. Yeah, forget about the, the Spence rematch. Go ahead and take on Janikbek, okay? Now, I was talking with someone last night. We was watching the fights, and, he's a big Earl Spence fan and everything. So, look, this is not real hate on Earl, like on
Alimkhanuly is expected to win against Lara, with odds makers listing the Kazakh as a -480 favorite, while the 42-year-old Cuban southpaw is a +330 underdog on FanDuel. The 32-year-old knockout specialist Connolly has claimed stoppage victories in his last 4 fights, though against less challenging opponents. He is currently ranked as the #1 fighter at 160 pounds. The other middleweight champion is WBC titleholder Carlos Adams, who holds a record of 24 wins, 1 loss, and 18 knockouts.
But I know that there's some guys that he can get in the ring with that are elite, and he hasn't gotten in the ring with them. Once upon a time, there was the talks of Boo Boo Andre and Janikbek fight. That never happened, and a couple other fights. I mean, I guess overall, I would say, yeah, he's a little overrated.
Bingo, we got one.
I've seen some good boxing from him, and then I've seen, not really struggles, but I've seen a lack of consistency too.
"He doesn't need to face Adams," said Alimkhanuly. "I'll beat them both, take all 4 belts, and then Crawford can take his time and get ready to fight me on December 6th. Put on your sunglasses because I'll be shining in the ring." Terence Crawford has become every boxer's dream opponent after his win over Canelo Alvarez. On September 13th, Crawford earned a unanimous decision victory and became the first male boxer to hold undisputed titles in 3 different weight classes. That win also elevated his fame after defeating one of boxing's biggest names. Since then, every top champion has been calling out Crawford for a fight.
The thing is, these guys want Crawford to lose just to shut up the Crawford fans, because the Crawford fans knew what they were talking about. They knew that he was going to beat Spence. And, I guess the Spence fans, they're very butthurt about it. So, yeah, they want Crawford versus Janikbek next.
Turk Yilmaz suggested that he wants to see Benavidez take on Crawford. However, Benavidez has ruled out moving down from the 175 pounds division to super middleweight. Meanwhile, Canelo is scheduled for surgery following an elbow injury, making an immediate rematch unlikely for Crawford unless he waits for Canelo's return. Now, another unbeaten champion has stepped forward, calling out Crawford for a 2026 undisputed super middleweight title fight.
Mac, you've been training Crawford for years. Is he retired or is he going to keep fighting?
He just got to take a break.
Is Terence Crawford retired or is he going to keep fighting?
Oh, he's going to keep fighting.
He's going to keep fighting?
Yeah.
You're the man. Be man. Hey, congratulations. Enjoy the win.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The other middleweight title, the WBC belt at 160 pounds, is held by Carlos Adams. Janikbek believes he will hold all the middleweight belts by next year and aims to move up to challenge Crawford for the undisputed 168 pounds crown. He said, "By next May I'll have all 4 belts, and if Crawford still holds his 4 at that time, we'll see a clash of 2 undisputed champions in the fall of 2026. The 32-year-old Janikbek is 17-0 with 12 knockouts. He has huge power and is on a 4-fight knockout streak. A fight between him and Crawford would be thrilling, but Crawford has repeatedly shown he can handle any style thrown his way.
I already know what time it is, but hey, I gotta call a spade a damn spade. Janikbek ain't nothing to mess with. He cold. Yeah, Southpaw, you don't know much about him. That's fine. You ain't gotta know much about him, but I'm here to tell you. Speed, power,
No one has ever defeated Crawford. But Hall of Famer Tim Bradley believes Janikbek could be a fighter Crawford might want to avoid if he wants to retire undefeated. Bradley said, "Dude is cold, man. He's a killer. If Crawford steps in against him, it could put his legacy at risk. Everyone watches to see Terence Crawford's greatness, and I'm telling you, Janikbek is not someone to take lightly." Boxing analyst Timothy Bradley also noted that Alimkhanuly could give Crawford serious challenges, suggesting that Crawford might be better off steering clear.
Ooh. You know.
Thanks for the question, Prince.
I don't wild out like I used to ever since the Terence Crawford fight put me in check.
In check for what?
Oh, about wilding out on fighters. You couldn't tell me. You couldn't tell me Earl Smith was gonna lose that fight that way.
Yeah.
You could not tell me.
Q, defense, offense. Dude is cold, man. Footwork, angles, shoot, power in both hands. He a killer. That's what he is. He a damn killer, man, you know? So, I mean, look, if Crawford can go down and face that.
Fortunately for Crawford, that fight may not happen, as Mike Kopinger of Ring Magazine reported that Alimkhanuly failed a drug test. Connolly says his first test was clean, but he's unsure about the second one and has requested a retest. He was scheduled to face Arizali Lara in a unification bout this weekend. With neither Connolly nor Lara able to unify if the fight is cancelled, the chances of Crawford moving down to middleweight are greatly reduced. The futures of both Crawford and Connolly are now uncertain.
Not right now. No,
If
not right now.
now, when?
Well, for Janikbek and Crawford?
Yeah.
I don't think...
Go ahead.
Crawford right now is at the top of his game. And he'll know when it's time to quit. He'll know. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, should he go out on top right now?
With a rematch against the Mexican star now in doubt, the Nebraska fighter has been linked to a long list of challengers eager to face him. After the latest call-out reached Crawford, the Omaha superstar was cautioned that a special fighter with skills close to Alexander Usyk poses a serious challenge. The unbeaten Kazakh puncher Janikbek Alimkhanuly has now stepped forward, giving Crawford a chance to make boxing history.
When you so great and you so much ahead of your competition, you know, they look at the fighters that you fight and say they nobodies because how much you beat them by or the level of skills that you oppose against them. So when I fight this guy, it's all he was a nobody. When I fight this guy, all he was...
Adding the undisputed super middleweight title to his collection last month, Crawford already held undisputed championships at welterweight and light welterweight. Now, with a potential undisputed middleweight showdown next year, the Kazakh star is seen as a determined challenger to Crawford's perfect 42-0 record. See, the thing about Janikbek Alimkhanuly is he's big, he's hungry, he can punch, Max Kellerman said on Inside the Ring.
And whoo, Crawford's legacy. Now, it might not be no marquee name and a name that the whole world will know, but everybody will be tuning in just to see Terence Crawford's greatness because he's a mega star now. He's the star now.
Fresh off his 38th birthday, Crawford, who has been linked to a possible move to light heavyweight in pursuit of another title held by a fighter who also defeated Canelo, said he is still considering his next fight. While Arizali Lara remains the oldest active champion in boxing, his win over Gonzalez has renewed interest in what's next. With Alimkhanuly's future uncertain and Lara reportedly not wanting to face stablemate Carlos Adams, a fight with Terence Crawford is starting to look like a real possibility for fans.
There's a potential big fight that could be made of the winner of this, and Terence Crawford could be looking at it. Just wanted to get each champion's thoughts on the potential of a mega fight if this can get acquired.
So are you asking me a question?
Oh, both. I guess one each. It's just everyone's saying that.
Yeah, answer first.
За большой бой с мега-бокс, который может быть с Крофордом.
Yeah, Diamonds with Marina ондай жекпе-жектер біз үшін үлкен жақсы жекпе-жек болады менің ойымша.
With this guy, it's an excuse, you know. So who you want me to fight? I beat this guy, it's an excuse. I beat this guy, you know, he's too young or whatever. So I'm never really gonna give my full respect until afterwards. Yes, you know, it's a lot of people that's changing their narrative. Like, man, y'all watching something.
Interview 16. Alright everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Glove Lord and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.